And you see, I always told you, you don't stick your head in there because you can never get it out again. Jeez, what's wrong with you? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very, very, very strange and random episode of Off the Script. We got a new voice or an old voice, if you guys remember the old podcasts. it's that Scottish douchebag. Aiden's back!
Hi there, guys. It is Eden.
He's returned. It's about damn time we've got him back. So, okay, you guys know Off the Script is very unplanned. It's very bam. This is it. We're doing a podcast today. And what with it being Saturday the 18th of whatever the month it is, August, right? Yes. There we go. It also happens to be the day of our one and only main subject, along with all the other bullshit we're probably going to talk about. So, you know how the script works. It is this, ladies and gentlemen. Bam! It is NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. That's a fucking mouthful there. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. And there goes my computer apparently telling me stuff about viruses. Brilliant. Who cares? So, along with NXT TakeOver 4, we're going to be talking about TakeOver Brooklyn 4. Don't want to, have issues with that. We're going to just talk about the usual random stuff. We're going to talk about games. We're going to talk about stuff and things and stuff. So, before we get into it, Eden, where you been? What you doing? Have you finally crawled out of that little hole? And have you got your head out of it?
Just try to sort my life out. Been thinking about going for an agency shit, like an agency kind of working in hotels and stuff, so I'd be traveling about Scotland and stuff. So
you'd be traveling a bit Scotland. Nice.
I'll probably even get placed down in England or down towards you, kind of. So
yeah, you don't want to come down to England. England sucks. Right, that's a personal section of the stream of the podcast. Don't I keep thinking we're streaming? There you go. That's our personal lives. So NXT TakeOver 4 in Brooklyn pretty much is becoming like NXT's WrestleMania at the moment. What you're saying? Like it's like Brooklyn is the biggest one that I'm seeing them do right now.
Yeah, it's one of their biggest. Yeah,
I say I'm not 100% with it on everything that's going on at the minute. I've been out of the loop wrestling wise for a while, other than the last pay-per-views, which I have fallen asleep before the end of.
I've been watching the recent ones. Like I've been watching Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. So, but some of them has been good, but I don't know.
Where do we stand currently on NXT, like on the product? Because the last thing I was seeing is that we've got EC3 going into a thing with Velveteen Dream, two of the best guys they have in NXT at the minute.
Yes, it's true. He seems to be battling with Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream had a little episode to himself last week, and where it was, come and join the Velveteen Dream. And then I think he got pushed into his pool by what I remember. So, and then what day is today?
Saturday.
On Wednesday, just past, the Velveteen came out to the ring and started giving it this whole Velveteen Dream and all this malarkey. And then EC3 came out of nowhere. And then he was like, why wait till then? Why not do it now?
It's the typical, hey, there's a pay-per-view. We are going to fight at the pay-per-view, but let's build some tension by nearly fighting now. But not.
And then he got a few... Velveteen, like, don't get me wrong, Velveteen seems like he's a good wrestler. But at the moment, it's just... I don't know. It's just something about him. It's just... To me, it feels like he's too showman-like.
See, that's the thing. I'm really liking the idea of that gimmick because it's like I hate to use the phrases gimmick and the whole heel and all that. Yeah. The insider terms. I hate that we as the viewing public now know all of the insider terms, but it's the days of the internet, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna know that heel and face mean good and bad and all that kind of stuff. But Velveteen's kind of making me think back to like the older guys of the gimmick. Like you think like maybe not the Playboy Buddy Rogers, those kinds of guys, but they felt that the gimmick was their own. Like they didn't go, oh hey right, so during this backstage segment I'm gonna talk like a normal person. Doesn't mean anything. Cool. I am going to fight, insert character's name here, because I have to fight, insert character's name here. And then they come out to the ring, do a different promo in character. Velveteen gets into it. He sticks in that. Like he keeps the character. Considering this guy was in Tough Enough, and I need to do my research on this one, but I know he didn't win Tough Enough, but I know that he did a pretty decent job in it.
Yeah,
And then WWE almost never signed him. As far as I know, they didn't, or if they did, they sent him to like a developmental before NXT.
yeah. I think
But
that was the case.
this
But like,
this is him right now. This is the living the gimmick guy. Like
mhm,
he's doing a
mhm.
good job with this. I think he's got a
Oh,
very
yeah.
good gimmick, and he's doing a really good job with it right now.
Yeah, like all the other characters from NXT, they all seem to have the same gimmick-esque kind of feel. Like, they're all like, it's like they're trying to bring it like all the gimmicks from WWE and bring it to NXT and then kind of make them popular.
It's kind of felt like they're going, okay, look, so we've just got rid of Monster Tag Team in say for example AOP, gone up to the
Yeah,
main roster, not really doing that great. Sad
yeah.
times for
But
them.
now they've brought in War Machine. Like, don't get me wrong, they look good.
Exactly. War Machine are
But
brilliant,
it's-
but it's replacing one big man team with another big man team. When
Yeah,
Finn Balor went, they replaced him with another kind of little guy that was sort of still head of the thing. Shinsuke Nakamura, when he went, pretty much just got replaced with Almas. Like Andrade is an amazing guy. Absolutely loving the fact
oh
that he's
yeah,
back on the main
oh yeah.
roster.
I'm
Zelina
glad.
Vega, brilliant.
Good.
The fact that she was in TNA. Look at it. Sorry, I know this isn't anything to do with Brooklyn in a minute, but look how many TNA names are on the main roster right now. And people were saying that TNA was bad the whole time
Mhm.
that they were going. Look at SummerSlam, right? Main event, WWE Championship. Would you ever think, if I said this to you about 5 years ago, or when TNA was in its prime, like 2010, that one of WWE's big four pay-per-views was going to be headlined by two guys that weren't in the company and people said had no chance of being in the company ever, and being in the main event for the main championship? If I told you AJ Styles and Samoa Joe were going to be headlining or fighting for the WWE Championship on a WWE pay-per-view, and they're both from TNA slash Impact Wrestling slash Global Force Wrestling slash NWA slash whatever the hell they call themselves, would you have believed me back then? Like,
Nah, probably wouldn't have, no. Because it's just be like, yeah, okay. Maybe AJ Styles being the WWE champion, yeah, because like you can just look at his resume from back when he did all those other things, and it's just like, yeah, I could quite believe that. But the whole AJ Styles Samoa Joe, I probably wouldn't have
I don't,
believed
I
that.
don't think if anyone said to me that two TNA talents, like mostly known for TNA and say Ring of Honor, like on the American side,
Mhm.
and in Styles' case, New Japan, if you'd have told me that those guys, the indie darlings as most people would put them, if you'd have told me that they would be headlining or at least fighting each other for the biggest prize in the WWE,
Hmm.
people would have just said,
Yeah,
"Get the hell out! Get out of here! That's never gonna happen! Get out!" But I
yeah,
would happily take that, and I'm so happy. Like I've been watching AJ Styles since I discovered TNA, and like when they were NWA TNA still on the Wrestling Channel. Anyone over here in the UK that ever saw the Wrestling Channel, you know what I mean. That thing was amazing. You'd get Ring of Honor,
oh yeah.
NWA, all that stuff. Anyways, back to what we were gonna say. So NXT Takeover Brooklyn. Match card looks. It looks good.
Yeah, to a certain extent, yeah.
I think this might not be their strongest Brooklyn that they've put out, especially when you've still got to
No.
top. What is it, Bailey and Sasha at the first one? You got to top that still.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You've got the main event is the one that I'm looking forward to the most at the minute. Like that's the one match that's sitting there looking at. I'm definitely looking forward to. Having the NXT Championship between Ciampa and Gargano, that is just amazing. Johnny Wrestling versus the Black Heart. You got that NXT Championship. That's what everyone's coming for this week, this night, whatever you want to call it. But what matches are you looking forward to? What are you wanting from it? Do you think it's going to be another WWE top that kind of night?
I don't know. By what I'm looking at just now, uh, it probably would have been a good night if Aleister Black didn't get hurt, because that to me was the ultimate main card event: Champo versus Gargano and Aleister Black. Like that was going to be
That would
the
have been a
match
pretty
of all
damn good
matches
one.
for NXT. But as per usual, by what I saw, they're trying to see who done it, and there's no like none it. But I'm putting it down to Ciampa. Like I'm honestly putting it down to him because he's that kind of twisted in the fucking head that it would do that. So
I get a
but
feeling
apart
that
from that,
yeah, they're definitely going to run that kind of story. It's the stereotypical bad guy in match has to take out bad guy, like has to take out good guy, so there's only one bad guy in match sort of thing. It's just like it seems to be the usual kind of
Mhm.
thing
but
with wrestling these days.
the other match that I'm kind of excited to see.
My apologies for the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Discord call, so we're gonna have
And
we're gonna have a
Mustache
few
Mountain.
things.
But
Right,
by what I've
he's back.
by
He's
what
not a
I've
robot. There we
saw-
go. Sorry,
shit.
we
By
we
what
got
I've saw-
we heard you say Mustache Mountain, but the little bits before that. So I'm guessing you're talking up to the point of the Mustache Mountain match.
Yeah. We Undisputed Era and Mustache Mountain. By what I've saw on the past couple of episodes of NXT, they look quite good.
Mustache Mountain,
But-
dude, those guys are amazing. If you've never seen them on the British indie scene, they are absolutely amazing.
But they look quite good. By what I saw, they looked really good. So I'm kind of excited about that match to see what's going to happen.
You think about it, former tag team champions already in NXT, and I mean,
Yeah.
granted they only held them for a little bit of time, but you know, Undisputed Era, amazing tag team. I'm loving what they're doing with
Oh
that.
fuck yeah!
Undisputed
Just
Era is
them as a
basically,
stable.
the stable with Undisputed Era is basically just a Ring of Honor kind of invasion thing. Like Adam Cole was big in there, like the other guys like Red Dragon.
Baby.
I was actually watching, slightly off the topic on that one. I was actually watching Adam Cole watching his debut at last year's. And he was like, the one thing in his head that he'd not talked to it with the guys in the back was doing the whole Adam Cole baby on the ramp, and he said the reaction from the crowd, he was not expecting it to be that big.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. Like when they came out, they were like, "Whoa!" And then he's like, "Adam Cole, baby!" And the whole crowd just went.
Like
ape
the
shit.
fact the whole crowd went is amazing. So okay, I'm looking at the match card. Takeover. This is what I love about Takeover, right? The fact that we have 5 matches,
Yeah.
but every match feels good. Like
Yeah.
EC3 versus Velveteen Dream, gonna be a good one. No
That's
matter
got to be a good one. Like EC3's got like the strength and the like. I'm going to clothesline you, and you're going to be down for a little while. And Velveteen Dream's got that kind of top rope gymnastic kind of type of shit where they got he's got to like jump off a rope and do some crazy ass things.
He's
So,
got
like, yeah,
he's
that's-
got what most people like to call the flippy shit.
Mm,
Which
Yeah.
is a good one. I do like that. Like, I'm looking forward to it because, like, seeing EC3 from his days in TNA when he first started up, or Impact, we could go on about that forever. Impact Wrestling and all that lot. The company of multiple names. Since he started off as Ethan Carter III, EC3, his
Oh, shit,
career
fella.
shot up. Yeah, his storyline came in was nephew of Dixie Carter, hence the Carter.
Mhm.
And he was the rich kid. He had a long undefeated streak, but his undefeated streak didn't come from beating the likes of, you know, the AJ Styleses, the James Storms, the Bobby Roodes, the Sanjay Dutts, you know, that lot. It's his Jobber McJobberson, his Jobby McJobs, all these guys. It was like he took on a 3-man, like it was a 3-on-1 match. Excuse me, where you think it's gonna be him against 3 of the biggest names ever. Bam! 3 jobbers no one's heard of. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And when he hit the
It-
1% and everything, it was so good.
Oh yeah, like that one. He's got a bit of a name to mess with. Like I can see him going big places.
Like you put him in feuds with, I believe he had a feud with Sting for a while. I could be wrong on that one. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. If you guys know, but he's had some big feuds in TNA back when he was there, and the fact that they're using him pretty well in NXT, they're not doing the hey, he's a new guy, so he automatically gets and wins the NXT championship, like they've done with a lot of guys. You know, like Bobby Roode, they brought him in, and after a little while, Bobby Roode was NXT champion. Drew McIntyre comes back, he's NXT champion. You know, I'm glad to see that that's not carrying on as much. I want him to kind of earn it before they get him the call up, if they give him the call up. So that'd be an interesting one to see.
Yeah. And the next fight I'm really looking forward to see is the Adam Cole versus Ricochet.
Adam Cole, baby. That's gonna be a good one.
It just seems Adam Cole with that whole North American Championship belt. It just seems he's another fucking Brock that doesn't put it up as a title match. Because since he's won that, I've not really seen much title fights coming from him. And even though he said on NXT himself, "Oh, I've been here and I've put the title up," it's like,
I think he's
no,
put
you
it.
haven't really.
Let's put it this way: he's put it up more times than we've probably even seen Brock Lesnar in his entire thing. Let's not get us started on that one.
yeah. Let's not trigger all the NXT supporters. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, let's put it this way: as far as the dirt sheets are going, Brock Lesnar is going to be having a closed-door sit-down chat with WWE management tomorrow night.
Oh, here we fucking.
And it's either going to be right. I'm dropping the title and I'm leaving, or I'm dropping the title and I'm staying, but you're not going to see me for a while, or fuck you, I'm staying as champion because I can. Or I want more money.
No, that's what's got to happen. It's got to happen.
Like, this is a guy who gets, like, over $200,000 per appearance on Raw. Over $600,000 a match, whether it goes 2 minutes or 2 hours. Yep. This guy is just, like, he's draining WWE. He's the reason why there's a lot of people getting let go, because they can't afford to do other stuff.
Yep. And it's just like, yeah, everyone would like him if it wasn't just a F5, 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 F5.
I would much rather see the Brock Lesnar of the early to mid 2000s where he could do more than eat, sleep, suplex, repeat. Like, if we had a Brock Lesnar that was throwing punches, throwing suplexes, throwing those, throwing those hip tosses, everything that we used to see from the early days Brock Lesnar, the power bombs, like the triple power bomb that you used to hit, or, that sort of stuff, rather than pick up, suplex, pick up, German suplex, pick up, German suplex, and do that and literally count along with him. It's like counting time with Lesnar. You start becoming like,
German suplex.
Exactly. It's like one suplex, and you're just gonna be doing that for 20 minutes. And
it's like, that's why. I don't know. It's one of those things. Like, yeah, I've been watching Raw, and there has been times where Reigns has had the crowd cheering for him and not booing.
Question is that piped in crowd reactions though? Because WWE does that a lot these days.
Yeah, see, that's what I've been thinking. Because like when he comes out and you hear the booing, it's like it sounds so fake.
It's like the boos go from being really loud to not being there at all within a second.
Yeah, and
because
it's
WWE
like,
mutes it.
It's not. That's like I've said it before. It just doesn't seem like the crowd's booing him. Yeah, there probably is a few really peed off people in the crowd booing, but not to the point where it's like boo.
It's kind of you got to think of Roman Reigns as the modern day John Cena. People love to hate him because it's cool. He's basically the let's go Cena sucks. He's that guy. It's like let's go Roman sucks. It's cool to boo him now.
Yeah.
And thank Christ that Roman Reigns has come a long way since the sucker and succotash thing, because that just, and the Royal Rumble where even The Rock couldn't save him because it got too much. Like, Roman Reigns is kind of at that point now. I think we need to say
he really needs a heel turn. Like, he needs a heel turn, but they can't really put him as a heel turn now because fucking Dean Ambrose is back. And by what I saw, he is a lot bigger than what he was before. And by what I read months and months ago, that the heroes are going to be getting turned. So it makes me think, by the way his persona and the way his gimmick was on the end of Raw on Monday, it feels like they've turned him heel, just the way he was acting.
You're of course referring to some of the dirt sheets saying that the original plan was before Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins won the tag titles, it was going to be Rollins and Ambrose, and then the Shield was going to get back together or stay together, and then it was going to be like Ambrose doing a Rollins later on down the line, and blah blah
it's just
blah.
Like, guys, it's like I just feel like tweeting all the writers, be like, come on guys, Just let them be a stable for a good few months without messing it up.
If
Because
it,
last time it was Seth Rollins, and
it's like,
boom.
yeah, if it's no injuries, then it's something else has happened. If something else hasn't happened, someone else has got injured again.
Yeah,
So it's just like, oh,
but
great, cool, fantastic.
but it just feels like this was all planned. You know what I mean? For Dean to get hurt, inverted commas, and then come back as the heel, which is, yeah, it makes sense. You know what I
I'm
mean?
kind of
He got
hoping
hurt
that
bad.
I'm hoping that if they do turn him down the line, that as we were saying before we started this, it kind of turns into the John Moxley kind of persona again. Bring back the lunatic fringe kind of thing, but let
Yeah,
him incorporate like the ultra violent John Moxley that's not obviously ultra violent, but just the kind of take no shits, does not care, that kind of thing.
yeah.
Because I think that would
Like,
probably be his best bet.
yeah. I hope they give him a match on SummerSlam. Like, I really do, because he looks good. Like,
I mean,
damn.
you can pretty much guarantee there's gonna be like if McIntyre doesn't interfere as such, there's gonna be something happen between them outside. You're not gonna have like WWE's too predictable in this respect these days.
Mhm.
When you grow up, you can see how predictable it really is. You're not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
have two active wrestlers outside the ring and even not have the heel kind of come in and be like, ha, hey, look, referee, look at me, look at me, and have Dolph do something bad and have, Ambrose run around the outside and the ref goes, no, you go over there. You're not going to have any of, like, you can't do let's have a match and the guys outside do nothing. There's either going to be some kind of interference where one of them gets thrown out or they both get thrown out or it just turns into bedlam or something like that. Just like you're gonna have something happen. You can't have it not happen anymore.
exactly. Yeah,
It's the predictability in that sort of thing.
but I think W, like, totally taken away from Brooklyn for you know what I mean. But I say I say
We're off the
WWE
script, man.
messed up taking him back on the Monday. They should have taken him back tomorrow at
Have him
SummerSlam.
come back. Yeah, that could have been a
Yeah,
good thing. Like have him return
that,
at SummerSlam
yeah,
instead.
that would, to me, because now it feels like SummerSlam's not going to compete with NXT because NXT's got good cards, and it's just like
Which we will get back to in a minute. Don't worry.
yeah, that would have transpired WWE SummerSlam into like, oh my god,
To
Dean
be honest with
Ambrose
you,
is here.
exactly.
Whoa.
It's very rare these days that the main roster has the big returns or debuts or something like that on the pay-per-views now. It's almost like you
Yeah,
just don't care about the pay-per-views anymore.
yeah, because I think the last time WWE did like a whole like whoa like people are back was the Hardy Boys at WrestleMania.
Exactly, because I was gonna say the
Yeah,
only other time that I could have thought was again WrestleMania before that when The Rock came out with a flamethrower for some reason and set a
what?
big word that says "Rock on fire." It's like,
Damn.
okay, The Rock is here to tell us that they've broken the indoor attendance record of this stadium. He has his name on the stage that he set on fire with a flamethrower for some reason. Yay!
Yeah.
And then yeah,
It's just
I think the biggest holy shit moment returns wise was WrestleMania with the Hardys. Though I would have to agree.
oh
on
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. I watched that shit back and again because I was just like, damn.
So
They've been out for so long and now they're back.
God, tell me about it, and especially with the bad news that Matt might be retiring soon, which we will cover at some point if we have time at the end. So let's keep on NXT because this is. I mean, I know we're off the script and we have no plans and everything, but we don't want to be sitting here talking about NXT the entire thing.
Yeah.
So we've done the North American Championship. I'm kind of wanting Ricochet to win this one just for the fun of having someone new, but I kind of want Adam Cole to keep it so the Undisputed Era kind of keeps everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they do that, but if they have a double title change, that would be awesome as well. So,
Oh, yeah.
we ever so slightly touched on the Undisputed Era versus Mustache Mountain. I am pulling for Mustache Mountain in this one because
Oh yeah. Oh,
Tyler
yeah, by what I
Bate,
saw.
Tyler Bate, Trent Seven, fucking amazing guys, especially the first ever British Heavyweight Champion. You gotta
yeah,
have, you
definitely.
gotta have something with these guys. Like the build up's good, the match is
And
gonna be good.
and to the point where I think it was Trent when I think it was not the NXT past, the one that just passed. I think it was either the one before that or the one before that. How he was watching his teammate getting hurt, and to save his knee from getting injured, he chucked a towel in, which I quite agree with that. It's just like if you don't really gonna watch your teammate getting badly hurt and then sidelined.
Exactly.
So
I mean,
I quite
there
agree
is
with that.
there is a full on bond with Trent and Tyler. Like, these guys have been together for a long time. Mustache Mountain's been together for a long time. Them and Pete Dunne as British Strong Style have been together a long time. You see, if you ever follow BSS GIFs online, so that would be like British Strong Style GIFs online on Twitter, they they bring out some amazing stuff from when you see these guys on the indie circuit. They do some funny shit. Like, you know, there's this flossing challenge thing that's going on at the minute. You know, that little floss dance that they do. Recently at one of the American shows that they've been doing, because Progress Wrestling has been over in stateside at the moment. I think it was after the match, all three of British Strong Style were doing the floss dance in the ring, just because, no reasons, just because it was just funny.
To get the hype from the Fortnite players, you know what I mean?
Exactly. It was literally just because. By the way, don't forget, Fortnite sucks. Sorry, anyway, carrying on. So we're gonna move on quickly. I'm like I said, I'm pulling for Mustache Mountain on that one. I want these guys to win.
I hope NXT Women's Championship match. Yes. Shayna Baszler against Kairi Sane.
The Queen of Spades versus
third match.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. So, like, you've got the Mae Young Classic winner, the inaugural Mae Young Classic winner, who has basically done nothing since winning.
Yeah, done nothing. Had a few okay matches, but then it's like, bah.
She is the queen of the diving elbow. I'll give her credit for that. That diving elbow is a thing of beauty and a joy forever.
Yeah. Well, on the NXT just passed, she was fighting... Oh, shit. She was fighting someone. She was fighting like a Bailey type character.
I won't lie, I have no idea on the women's division other than Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane, because there's barely any, like, Candice LeRae I know of.
Oh, Aliyah. Boom.
Oh, Aaliyah, that girl. Okay, yeah, like when WWE's called up all of their good female talent, Peyton Royce, Billie Kay, they let Tessa Blanchard go, which was a big mistake. They should have kept her a long time back. The fact that they got Madison Rayne coming into the Mae Young Classic, or should I say Ashley Rayne, former multiple-time TNA Women's Champion, Knockouts Champion, whatever you want to call it, that thing. That's going to be a good one. Can't wait for the Mae Young Classic. We're going to have to look into that one at some point. We may have to bring back a wrestling equivalent of Off the Script. Out of the Ring, maybe. Let's call it Out of the Ring. Something like that. But yeah, Baszler Sane even. I kind of want Shayna to win still.
Yeah, because it's just she's got that championship look and feel about her. She's just got it. That, to me, none of the other women on NXT have got that je ne sais quoi of the championship.
Yeah, it's like as soon as they took away Asuka and they brought Ember Moon up and all of the big names like Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, they could have had a thing where the iconic duo broke up over the championship. Someone won it and then came back together, because it was all part of the plan or something like that. Would have been really cool. But again, they screwed it up for an early call up, and they've kind of been wasted as well, which kind of sucks. It's a story of NXT talent these days. Get called up to the main roster, get called up to the promised land, and fail.
Like AOP.
AOP, exactly.
It's a shame because they are really good. Like, I really enjoy them, but they've had nothing. Like, they got told to wait for God knows how long until they came in, and then they've been fighting no names, like complete no-name wrestlers, and it's just like, why? They're in for their last fight. They were in the ring for a minute, won it, disappeared, and I'm like,
well, it was the whole. It's the Braun Strowman effect, isn't it? Make Braun look strong, make Roman look strong. You got to build them against, because they're doing it with the Bludgeon Brothers as well. Build them with the no names so they look strong, and then you can squash whoever comes in viably because they're undefeated. But if you're doing it against local talent, does it really mean anything to the WWE roster? Like Sanity is wasted on the main roster, especially because they didn't bring Nikki Cross up, which, by the way, I'm still pissed that Nikki Cross has not had an NXT Women's Championship reign. Like, that woman deserves it. Not because she's Scottish, not because she's from the UK, but she is a fucking amazing wrestler.
Bloody psycho, more like.
Exactly. Like, I saw that woman go through TNA British boot camp when TNA were doing that, along with Rockstar Spud or Drake Maverick, as they're calling him now in 205 Live. Stupid name, but there you go. she was on British Boot Camp along with him and Grado and all that lot, which let's not get started on Grado. Otherwise, we'd be here forever. You know, she's another one of those talents that could go so far, but they're just not letting her. It's really bad that even NXT's feeling like they're starting to waste people, which is a shame. But
It is. But her last championship fight against Shayna was amazing. It got to the point where she got choked and didn't even tap out.
yeah, she legit just passed out, which was amazing. It's like,
Passed out and
like,
then laughed
"Hi."
afterwards. I'm like, what the fuck?
And
she
that is
deserves it.
amazing. Could you imagine that as champion?
Oh my god, yes.
Like that would just be the reign of chaos that she would have would be amazing. Like
yeah.
if WWE does not pull a trigger on that before they bring her up, if they don't bring her up as part of Sanity, which to be honest with you, Sanity just feels like it's kind of dead now because they needed more than what they were given, and they seem to be getting squashed a lot at the minute. WWE is good at NXT is good at building the talent and building the name. WWE is good at killing it.
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura or anyone, Bobby Roode, anyone.
Yeah.
But again, let's not get into that. Otherwise, we can guarantee that we'll be here for another 10 hours talking about it. Okay, last thing on Brooklyn. Let's bring up to the main event. So the main event had a change for those who didn't manage to catch the go home show.
Unfortunately.
The NXT Championship last man standing match between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Weird names. I always feel weird saying those names, but they are badasses. Like the whole DIY stable now, best friends, bitter enemies. It's the age-old story. Taylor's Alder's time.
Yeah, it's after the last fight they had, where Johnny Gargano had put emotion into it, and then when he had put him through the table the first time, he should have just left it and walked away with the victory. But as we all know, they like to add emotion and then get all hyped up and then lose. He
Exactly.
ripped up the mat and then got fucking DDT'd on the actual man. I'm just like, well.
Randy Orton was probably calling copyright infringement on that DDT that day.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, there we go. You know what I mean?
It's just one of those things. It's a shame because I think that was the best way to end it. Like, if they were going to end the feud, I mean, this is a feud that can go on for a long time. This is a Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn thing. You can see this going on for a long time. It's going to be call up on the main roster. That's what they're going to be doing for a long time.
Yeah, but it's just like Ciampa. He's just like, yeah, I've defeated you. See you later. You're gone. Like you're nothing. But Johnny Gargano. It's like, no, you're not. We're not done. And it's just like, to me, it's kind of getting boring now. They fought. He lost. He lost his old Johnny wrestling. Move on, you know what I mean? Go after someone else.
I'm liking the fact that they're keeping it going, and the fact that obviously they were trying to do it as a triple threat before Aleister Black got injured. I'm kind of sitting there thinking the fact that Ciampa's champ is amazing. Like he's going to be a great NXT champion, and it's a shame that if he does get his main roster call up, he'll just be one of the small guys that no one's really going to care about. It's going to be like, hey, he's going to be your next United States champion. There you go, cool. And he'll just sit there in the lower mid-card or mid-card if he's lucky, maybe get the Intercontinental Championship. Assuming, obviously, they ever call him up. Because, I mean, when it was his DOA and that lot, they were down there for quite a while. I think they came in the first Dusty Classic, I think it was. Yeah. No, they teamed in the Dusty Classic, but I know that they went against each other in the Cruiserweight Classic, which was always a cool thing.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, Ciampa, he seems like a good wrestler, but it's just like, I don't know. I preferred Aleister Black. He had this whole like craziness to him, but then, as we all know, he's been hurt and taken out the goddamn match, which I was really gutted. Like,
which Eden here has a big fetish or hard on or whatever you want for him somehow making an appearance during the night.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Come on. It's going to happen. Like, if it doesn't happen, they messed up with it. You know what I mean?
If it happens, you can 100% guarantee that you will hear it across the world. He will shoot his load all over the place. You'll
hear me screaming from Scotland.
But I mean, okay. So on the match itself, last man standing, good idea.
Mm-hmm.
because last man standing is usually a very good way to end a feud, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to end it in general, which I don't think they're going to do, there's going to be something that's going to stop it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It could just be me, but I've always found last man standing to be a little bit
boring.
No, the matches are good themselves. It's just the 10 count thing. It's the whole you must beat them to the point where they cannot answer the referee's 10 count. So it's action, standing around. Action, standing around. Action, standing around. There's no oh crap, pinfall out of nowhere, he won. Or I can't believe he just tapped out. What the hell? Oh crap, he did blah blah blah. There's no there's no real surprise that can come from it because someone can interfere in the match, but it still won't matter because you still got to wait for the 10 count, and there's no disqualification. So I could interfere tomorrow, like tonight. I could get on a plane, go over there. If I was an active wrestler, signed to WWE, I wish, and getting signed to my NXT contract, and like I'm there. As far as you guys know, we could be recording this on a plane right now. And you know, I could show up and I could knock Gargano out, but Ciampa's still gotta wait the 10 seconds to win.
Yeah, that like he says, the punch, kick, flip, this, that, and then they just stand there. It's like, no, get back on him.
It's just
keep hitting him.
It's like, why are you standing around? Pin him.
I know. Why are you giving him the time to get back up again? Yeah, you want to do more damage, but damn, you can do more damage when he's lying on the deck. Like, just keep stomping on his head or something.
This is the last man standing matches worked best before WWE went fully PG and you could still have blood. Because if someone is down on the mat in a bloody, crumpled heap, that way he's not getting up after 10 seconds. But if you just kick a guy in the face with like a super kick, like you go Sweet Chin Music, or you hit like a sick looking super brain buster and you get up but he doesn't, it's just like, okay. Like, don't get me wrong, it's an oh my god holy shit moment that someone's just hit like a brain buster off the top of like a 10-foot high ladder or something for a table onto a chair, and that chair was wedged inside a trash can that's got barbed wire wrapped around it and it's on fire and it explodes, but it's still kind of like but he's not bleeding, and he kind of looks like he could get up after that.
Yeah.
I know wrestling fans have way too high expectations these days,
that's where they kind of messed up, is putting a whole PG-13 because they don't want the kids to be traumatized. It's like,
it's not so much that, it's because they know that being a public company, they know they're going to make the money off of the PG rather than the what they used to have.
It's like,
it's good business.
Can leave it PG, but take it back. Like, kind of have it in between the Attitude Era and the PG. Kind of have that in between.
Oh god, no! That gave us
the blood.
Oh god, no! Don't do that. They gave us the New Generation era where we had people like Max Moon and Aldo Montoya, the guy with the goddamn cod piece on his face. We don't want the New Generation era. We don't want the 93 to 97. We don't want that. Give us ruthless aggression if you're gonna do it. Don't give us attitude. Give us ruthless aggression, because there was hard physical battles. We still had a hardcore championship, which please one day bring back WWE, even if you don't have to do it as a crazy thing. You still allow weapons in your matches, so please, just hardcore title, maybe?
Yeah, see, that's what I don't understand about the PG era. Like, they're starting to smack people with bats and candlesticks and tables and all this, but it's just like, if you're PG, you shouldn't really be taking weapons and using the weapons, because that's technically not PG.
Be a star, my friend. Be a star.
Exactly. It's like, I would really, if they kind of drift away from the PG and still kind of have like a bit of.
I think the whole time that they're a public domain company, I don't think that, like, the whole time they are how they are right now, I don't think they're going to shy away from the PG, especially with the $1 billion deal that they've done with Fox. Was it Fox? Yeah, with Fox.
Yeah, Fox.
After that, I don't think they're going to move away from PG just yet. Okay, so let's take a page out of the old Not Another Wrestling podcast and let's get a prediction. Who do you think is going to win the main event? Because we went so far off. Like, Ciampa or Gargano? What do you think? Johnny Wrestling or the Black Heart?
I think Johnny's going to be close, but then, like I said previous with his last fights, his emotion just gets on top of him to the point where he messes up and Ciampa wins. So I say on that, solely on that, I say Ciampa.
See, I kind of want to agree with you. I want Ciampa to, I want Ciampa to win. I really do. I can somehow see WWE trying to pull the feud out a little more, and somehow having Johnny win. So it's like I fought him, and I fought him, and I fought him, and I lost every time, and now I did it. I won. Yay, I'm champion. And then I don't know. A couple of weeks later, Gargano wins again. Sorry, loses again. I mean, like Ciampa wins again, and you basically just have that same thing happening. Like on NXT on a pre-taping, you get Ciampa winning again, and it's like a back and forth between them until Aleister Black comes back. If he doesn't get called up to the main roster, like we were talking about before we started recording, and
see, now that you said that, halfway through, I really think that's what they're going to do.
Like I get the feeling they're gonna do a typical WWE of the Cinderella story. It's I've lost, I win. But at the same time, it would kind of be pointless them giving Ciampa the championship and then making him lose a couple of weeks later if they're trying to build him as something and hold it till like Black comes back.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. If they do put Black up to the main roster, where do you think they're going to put him?
See, I want to say SmackDown because SmackDown's usually the better show at the minute, but I somehow get a feeling they might push him to Raw just because.
Yeah, but there's some really great heels on that show at the moment. Like
they are doing, like they're getting better. I give Raw credit; they are getting better with their talent. But I mean, you look at the people that they've lost recently. Kane officially done. That's it. You're not going to really see him back much now that he's mayor. Big Show.
Shit, won it.
Yeah. Kane is officially mayor of Knox County.
Congratulations, yo! Damn.
Yeah, no, much congratulations to the dude. Like, amazingly well done job. You've lost out so many people. Big Show's coming back at some point soon, apparently, and he wants to have a little bit of a run again.
And supposedly he's going to be a lot fitter, a lot leaner, and a lot bigger. So
he should be able to move better because he had hip surgery where they were resurfacing his hip or something like that. So he should be able to move better.
I read up about that.
Yeah, that sounds painful. Is the best way of putting it.
Yeah,
but
scraping on the bone. But
all in all, I don't know if they put him up to Raw, it would be a good thing. But I think SmackDown would be the better place for him at the minute. But
yeah, because to me, SmackDown doesn't seem to have that ultra hyped heel. Like, yeah, they've got heels and that, but it's just they just don't have that crazy mentality heels.
I think your highest level heel at the moment is probably Nakamura, if you think about it. He's about the only one that you really see as big name that's a heel at the minute, I think. Like, there's obviously the other guys, there's the Bludgeon Brothers that they kind of float between and all the other stuff. It's really strange. But anyway, we are going to end the wrestling part of the script because there's only so much wrestling you can take. And, well, you kind of get bored of it, I guess, depending on who you are. So I guess we can flip that script back to turn the page back to the normality of the script. So we like to talk gaming a lot of the time. So during our last 15 odd minutes, depending on if we overrun or not, we want to talk gaming. I guess let's go to what we know. But before we do, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get yourself a nice, awesome piece of food, go McDonald's, baby. McDonald's is the place to be. Them double cheeseburgers. Oh. Sorry. Anyway, that's my
sponsored.
No, that's my Elite's little section. We got to do that just to eventually maybe one day get that McDonald's sponsorship. Oh, use that promo code off the script, baby. Anyways, so last time we was talking gaming, we was mentioning Green Hell, the amazing survival game where you are dropped deep into the Amazon forest and you need to survive. I think it's like you have an accident there or something like that. You wake up, you've got infections and stuff like that, and you need to survive as long as you can. That is officially going into the Steam preview in a week or two, I believe.
Oh,
And it's going to be really good. And it's only going to be $20 when it comes out in preview.
that's actually
So
not bad. It'd
yeah,
be worth it getting it for when it's $20. That's for sure.
let's put it this way: I am going to hope that I have payday by then because I will be buying it and I will hopefully be streaming it. Don't forget, you guys, I know we say this a lot. If you want to come catch us on stream, it is very easy to find. The link will hopefully be down in the description when this goes up because I am very forgetful like that. So we'll get
Yeah.
that done. But honestly, Go
No,
for it.
carry on.
No, go for it. Go
Carry
for
on.
it. Did you,
I think
complete.
the one game that I've been really looking into just now is the new Red Dead Redemption. Like,
Yes, looking good
yes,
on
the
that one.
first game was amazing. Like, it was amazing. But this game, by what I've been watching, is like they've took it back to the base game, took it back to the core, and worked its way back up. There's going to be more efficient Deadeye. You're going to have more of a storyline. You're going to have more of an off-story kind of line type of thing where you can just walk about and start random fights.
See,
And
I've always thought that Deadeye is a bit of a cop out with a lot of things. It's like with most of these games where you have some kind of special ability or another. Now, I hate gimmicky games. Like, don't give me a Deadeye. Just give me the ability to shoot someone. Don't slow down time and give me the ability to shoot someone like 20 times as soon as that ends.
like this looks a lot better than what they did in the first one, where it was kind of like
Yeah,
this is kind of
but
like you're still kind of moving in a way.
it's almost
And
like think like the VAT system in Fallout, where originally it would be everything freezes, you get to choose your targets, then fire. Whereas now, like in Fallout 4, people are still moving towards you and firing at you while you're choosing your targets in VATS. It sounds a lot like that, I'm guessing. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Which, speaking of Fallout, my big hyped game for the rest of this year, and can guarantee this will be something we'll be playing on stream on a very, very, very constant basis, will be Fallout 76. We will
Yeah,
be maining that thing.
by what I've been watching of it, like watching some of the trailers and stuff, it looks quite good. Like it's to the point where you can either choose to be a PvPer or not, so then you can't get griefed by the
Well,
noobs.
the good thing
Which
is,
it does seem brilliant.
one of the things that they've brought in is if you do become a griefer, no matter what, there'll be a bounty put on you, and you will
Yeah,
get kicked to a certain server. And it looks like it's going to be really good because they're obviously saying they're trying to make it so that people can enjoy the game and not just have to worry about people being assholes. One of the things that I like the idea of is if you decide to move from one server to another, you can pack up your place. It will like put it all into your inventory, and then when you load in on another server, you can just build from what you've got stored. Or if you load in onto a different server because the server that you're not active on, so the server that you're normally active on is full, you'll load in the same spot, and your house will be where it was, and everything will just carry to another server as you load in, which is meant to be really good. It's going to be like a 4-person teams, so like 4-person squads. I don't know if you can do like factions and stuff with multiple people or not, but we've already got an idea. Myself, Pig, Elite, and I think there's a couple other people that are thinking of it. And of course, you are always welcome if you decide you want to get off your PC and get back onto the Xbox.
yeah, I will.
We're going to be trying to run servers as best as possible, so we're going to have like our own little brotherhood of Fallout 76.
Nice.
So basically, how we used to live the Ark life is how we're going to live the Fallout life. We're going to be living together. It's looking like it's going to be really good. Like I'm really hyped for it. The fact that they're saying that it's going to be fully online. It's annoying there's not going to be any NPCs from what I've been told. Like there's no there's no characters in the game that are not players or aren't like some kind of
Yeah,
robot or something.
yeah, like the old games kind of thing.
I mean, apparently there are going to be there's obviously going to be like the Yalguays. There's going to be Deathclaws, possibly. There's rumors that there's going to be the Mothman, which is a big West Virginia myth, which is really cool. There's still going to be other bits and pieces around that's going to be able to pull you in. But the big thing about the whole nuclear code stuff is going to be the big thing. Like the end game of getting the codes and setting off nukes and stuff like that is really cool. Especially with the idea that if you nuke an area, that area of the map will change for a long time and it will start regenerating itself. So it's not just, right, that guy griefed me, I'm nuking him. So just nuke a random area of the map. You might get mutations. And every time you die, you apparently may receive a mutation, which is kind of cool. So There's a lot to look forward to in Fallout 76.
Oh yeah,
So
like
much.
by what I've saw, it looks like they've really stepped up their game to keep up with the whole bringing games to multiplayer, kind of dragging it away from the whole campaign type of styled games, which half of me agrees with, other half doesn't. I love a good game with a really good storyline.
Agreed.
I love where you've got to go, oh, you've got to go to this person, then you've got to travel miles to go to this person. I like that because then that gives you something to do instead of going start to finish, boom, done in 2 days.
Exactly, or not even that. There's some games that you can literally finish in 8 hours or less. I mean,
Yeah.
I would love to see that we get, say, like there's a lot of people that are saying Fallout 76 is going to be a placeholder before Fallout 5 comes out. So people are saying that Fallout 5 is in the works and this is going to be like a mid-game thing. So it's like we've got Fallout 4. That's been what 4 years or something like that, 3-4 years since that came out. We're gonna have 76. They're already developing Fallout 5, and Fallout 5 is not going to be too far behind, or it's going to be like a year away. So people are saying this is a guaranteed stopgap because they need something new to fund the new thing.
Yeah, so it's got to be a case of like, oh, look at our Fallout 75. This is great. And boom, Fallout 5, 5 years later after Fallout 4.
Well, they're probably going to get it out of maybe a year or two after 76 comes out. But I know that they said that eventually, not on release, but a little while later, there will be the ability to have a modded game on 76. They're saying that mods will be a thing, but only on a particular server. So you have, when you come into that server, you will obviously be made aware that this is a modded server or something like that. So I don't know whether it's going to be like, say, with Nitrado, where we can rent our own server and do it that way, like we used to with Ark, which would be kind of cool. Because that'd be, I'd actually quite enjoy that, like being able to hire a server and say, right, guys, we are going to run a Fallout 76 server, and it's going to be this.
Yeah,
and
you're going to need this, that, and the next thing to get on.
Exactly. It's like we're going to have this mod, and this mod, and that mod, and it's not going to be anything that will damage the game. It won't be anything stupid. It won't be like a, hey, you can get 20 levels by hitting a tree, or if that's their way of grinding stuff, or you can get a million pieces of resources from standing around for 10 seconds. It would just be like more of a beautification mods.
Yep. Or if you get scared, you can press this button and you'll be invincible.
Exactly. No auto god modes. There's nothing like that. It would just be like just be one of those nice little beautification servers, if anything, and maybe like the odd little gun mod and stuff like that.
I just hope it doesn't. If they do the whole modded scene, it doesn't go down the same routes as what Skyrim did with their mods, where it killed the game, where people were
where you can basically make Dragon's Thomas the tank engine.
Yeah, it's just like that was stupid. Like, yeah, it looked like a really good game until they brought out the mods, and then it was just like it was so laggy. That's what mods do. You have that much mods on a game, it lags it out.
A lot of that depends on what mod you put on. It depends on what kind of player you are. If you're the kind of person who just wants like a beautification mod, like when I played Fallout 4 modded, I played it with just mods that would make it look nicer. So like, you know, there'd be a little bit of greenery here and there, because it's been a long time since the bombs have dropped. Not everything's going to be dead anymore. You know, more realistic looking characters, god rays in the sky, all that sort of stuff. Basically just a beautification setup. And then there was like a couple of geek things, you know, like I had the Type 1 phaser from Star Trek, or I had the noisy cricket from Men in Black, and I had like the alien shoulder lamp and a couple of bits like that. But if you're the kind of person that just wants to sit there and go, well, screw it, I'm going to modify my game to the point where I can speedrun it in 10 seconds flat, bam, done, or I'm going to have every single mod ever made installed in the mods list, that's where you start having the problems.
Yeah, I'm level 1, but I can kill someone that's like a level 150.
Exactly. I have God Gun, one shot kill everything. Brilliant, cool. Unlimited VATS, unlimited sprint, all that sort of stuff. Like the equivalent of a God mode mod.
I don't believe in that.
I don't see the point in those ones.
If you're going to do a game like that, a survival game, I don't think you should have the ability to have a mod where you can beast yourself up before you even get into that sort of level.
Exactly. I mean, it's almost like Ark. It's like if you play on the servers that are like everything's like boosted. Like if you play like a ×10 boosted server, what's the point in being there if you punch a tree and you have enough resources to make an entire fortress? Or you level up for standing still for 10 seconds, or you can tame something in like you can tame a level 150 in 20 minutes where it would normally take you a couple of hours. Like, why would you want to do that? It takes out the point of the game.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I know that a lot of people will probably sit there and go, well, why not do that? It's because you can play the game quicker, and you can do the ascending quicker, and you can do the bosses, and you can breed stuff faster, so you can do it, blah, 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 blah. At least we're doing it. It's like, no, it takes, like, okay, you don't want to, yeah, you don't want to, if you don't want to play base vanilla, just times 2 everything. Like, in my personal experience, when we played the server that we rented, if anyone remembers the old server that we rented, it was a case of, okay, everything was literally set to 1. And eventually we started putting stuff up a little bit because we found it was a little hard, and it taken like 12 hours to tame something that should only probably take about 6. So we times 2 taming, and we did little bits and pieces. But there was still work. There was still a grind. There was still a day-to-day life.
That's what survival games are all about. Is the grind to get what you want.
Exactly. It's the time. It's the input. You don't want to just jump onto a game and within 10 minutes you're basically at an unbeatable level, or you've got everything that you need. That it just becomes boring and mundane again.
Yeah. And it's just
the way
like,
it is.
it just seems like, even when I was playing Ark, and you go into the server list, and there's like ones with like times 500. It's like, what's the point?
It's like, why? I mean, like, granted, yes, you can.
I've got 900 wood.
So you can ascend within 20 minutes. Good for you. Well done.
It's like, yeah, you just spent what, £30 on a game that you've just legit completed in 2 hours.
Exactly.
Good job, mate. Good
well
job.
done. GG. Fair play. Whatever. But it's impatience in gaming these days, I think. But that's a podcast in and of itself. Okay, so as we wind down and we close the book on the script for today, or the non-existent script for today, I should say. I'd just like to thank Eden for showing up for the first time in a very long time. It's been a pleasure, my dude. It's been nice to have you around again.
It's been a while, yeah. It's been a while since we've done this. I'm glad that I'd messaged you about this, and then we started it. So glad.
There you go. If you guys want to hear more from Off the Script, then you know what to do. Just give us a comment down below, and we will look into doing some more episodes. I want to apologize for the fact that it has been a big gap between mine and Elite's debut episode and this next one. Elite has been extremely busy with work. I myself have been busy with a lot of personal issues. But we're hoping Off the Script may not just be myself and Elite. It will hopefully be myself, and like, I may be the main voice that you will hear in every podcast, with guests coming in doing different stuff. We'll talk about different topics. We'll talk about different things. It may have nothing to do with what we've talked about today. It may have everything to do with what we talked about today.
But that's the whole thing with Off the Script. It could be wrestling one day.
Exactly.
It could be games the next. It could be movies, TV series, and who knows? That's why it's called Off the Script.
Exactly. And if you guys want to hear more of a particular feature on Off the Script, when Elite comes back, we're hopefully going to be having a Elite Reads at some point, where he will be reading some of the funniest comments on the internet, whether it be comments left on our videos. So if you guys want to get inside Elite Reads, comment down below, get some good stuff going. He'll read them out for you.
Be sure to click that subscribe button and the little notification bell. Click it like you've never clicked something before.
Oh god, we just became YouTubers.
Yeah.
But as always, guys, we don't plan what we do. So if you have enjoyed it, please let us know what you want us to talk about the next time. We will look at stuff. We will we'll do some research on those things before we go in. But as always, guys, this has been Off the Script. I've been Jay. He has been Eden. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you all next time.